Hi friends, this is Dave FX Hunter here again with my Forex market preview for the following week, 8th April to the 13th April. It's gonna be Friday 13, so be careful, especially on the markets. And so let's start as usual with the dollar index. Last week I said that I'm expecting the dollar index to drop to this demand zone and then the move up to this supply zone, and I'm still expecting for the break and to move higher and the dollar strength to come in. However, it didn't happen because on the Friday we get very weak data on the NFP, so the retail traders and the many traders they just shorted the dollar. So dollar is moving now the lower as well. Per the COT data we have less the longs was reduced and the shorts was reduced as well, and none any major changes happened. So I believe this range will continue, so we probably could see the move lower again to this gap, to close this gap, and then we will see if we potentially move higher. So the dollar is still deranging. The gold, what is happening on the gold? Gold is in the big distribution zone, in these big zone, still moving lower, higher. Last week I said that I'm expecting the move higher and then a move lower, which actually happened, and I had this trade on the 4 hours chart. I entered short here, in here. However, when I saw this, what was happening on the structure here, I moved my stop loss in front of the entry, and it was taken out, and then the market reacted on this demand zone and moved market lower, which removed this this demand zone, and so this is not here already. And what I'm expecting now, again, as we have the dollar weak dollar, so I expect that if the market will potentially go higher again, where the market makers could close more longs, and then I'm still slightly bearish with the gold because what I see on the COT data, I see the longs are reduced again while the market moved up. The longs were reduced. It happened actually on this candle, this yellow candle. So when the market was up, they reduced longs, they closed them, and they added more shorts. So what does it say to me? This means for me that this is like definitely the distribution zone on the higher time frame. If you look like this, so after this long uptrend, there is this distribution zone, and what I still expect that the market will drop lower, and there I will be interested in taking the longs, and I still believe that on the end of the year we will see gold much higher than it's now, but it still needs some time. And when the dollar strength come inside to the markets, I believe this drop, and when this drop happen, this actually dollar index, look at this confluence, dollar index will move higher, so the gold will move lower, and then when the dollar index start to weaken again, the gold will rise up. So this is my long-term plan. For now, I'm still looking for the shorts, and when the market will move higher to this supply zone, I will be looking again to short it again. But it's still taking some time, and of course there is a lot of trades. If you trade the 1 hour chart, there is a lot of trades. There is trends up, trends down, but I'm not taking these trades. I trade 4 hours, the smallest chart, so for me there is less opportunities, but I hold the trades longer. So let's move to the Aussie. I believe that Aussie will be moving higher, that the Aussie will be stronger. However, I still wait for this dollar strength. So as well, what happened with the COT data, we can see that I actually didn't update it here, so let's look at this. As we can see per the COT data on the Aussie, what happened is that they reduced long, as well they added more shorts, so the open net positions are minus 75, which means that I believe that the market will move lower into this demand zone, and as well they will test this weekly trend line, where they will be probably entering the game for the longs. So as well the volumes when they was higher here, there was a higher volume, so they probably will remove this demand zone and move lower. So I have already one position, and my plan is to add another position here if the market will be still breaking lower, which I don't think it's gonna happen, but anything can happen, so I must count with it. If that is gonna happen, I will be hedging my positions and I will take advantage of the shorts, and then when I will see more bullishness coming inside, which could be because of this area which caused these longs, so there probably will be a lot of positions from the market makers, and if they don't long here, they should long here. So I will take the hedge, and then I will be adding more long. So let's see what's gonna happen with this one. Euro USD, here we have the similar situation as on the gold. This is the profit taking theme, so this is the distribution after the long uptrend. However, I believe that we're gonna see the downtrend. But what happened here on the Friday, as I said, we had this weak data, and market, when it was going lower, it reacted on this daily demand zone, and it's rallying up. However, it's still downtrend on this 4 hours chart, but we will see what's gonna happen. I believe that this move higher will still continue, at least to the supply zone, and then I will be adding more shorts. I already have 2 positions, and I will be interested to add more as well. The COT data, the longs dropped from the 234 to 221, and the shorts was reduced from the 93,000 to 59, which happened here. And so I believe the market will come up again, so this continue for quite time being, so let's see. But I believe that the drop will come inside. Why do I think that as well is, if I look to my supply demand analysis, and I will look to the euro. So what do we see here? We see that the euro is on the monthly chart in this strong supply zone, as well it's on the daily chart is doing this consolidation, and here is the reaction. As I said, they reacted on this daily demand zone, and I believe they will come higher, and where they could come. So let's see here on the 4 hours chart. So what could happen here? They're breaking through the trend line with the strong engulfing candle, but if this area will be removed, as I believe it will be removed, so what can happen then is that they will break higher, then they go lower, retest, because what happens when they break higher? Of course, every retail trader who see the breaks, they enter the trade because they think that they missing the trade, so they will enter the trades, and what happened then the market makers manipulate price lower to take the stop losses, and this is where I will be interested to take where I could be interested to take the longs into this area. Why into this area? Because if you check the volume, I believe that this area, this short was with the high volume, and this departure from this zone is strong for me, and this area could hold. So this is where I will be adding more shorts. Yeah. So the euro, you can go long, and with the long term I believe in the shorts, but shorting should be done higher. Similar situation as well is pound, but it's a little bit different here as well. I believe the pound is same take profit theme with this consolidation zone. And what is going on here? So here we saw that the pound came up, there was sold a lot of volume up here, so they just did this closing, and they actually closed a lot of position in this high supply zone. Then the market dropped lower, then it broke through this trend line, coming up again, bounced from the supply zone. And then what is happening here? Let's look for the 4 hours chart. We saw this channel here, then the break lower, and then what is happening? As I said, when it breaks lower, every retail trader tries to start to short it. When they short it, then the market makers come back into the game and they moving up higher here. So what I believe, they still could go higher, and here I will be taking the shorts around 1414 area. I will be looking to add more shorts as well. If I look to the supply demand analysis on the pound, could be more clear. So we see that on the monthly chart, we hitting the supply zone, bouncing lower, weekly supply zone bouncing lower, retest, and then there will be some more consolidation, probably more consolidation, retest, breaking through this trend line, and then going lower. But as well, we can see that on the 4 hour charts there will be potential to go higher. So on the 4 hour charts there is a trade for the long. On the long term charts, on the daily, weekly, I will be looking for the shorts, because as well, per the market dynamics, I can see on the monthly what stage we are actually on the monthly. We are in the consolidation, because we have the broken this trend line, but this is not uptrend. This is this is just another leg. So what defines the uptrend? To define the uptrend, I need to move up to create a higher high, new high, then I need a lower high and another higher high, and I don't have it here, so I need to move now lower for the continuation up, which I believe could happen at least to somewhere 138 area, or maybe potentially even lower to 130 136, which I believe that this target is reachable. So 136, it come over here, but it's of course not gonna happen in a couple days. So let's see. Okay, kiwi dollar, it's a similar situation. This is the profit taking theme. However, I see the building potential long and move upside here. So let's see, but there is a nice trade on the 4 hours chart. If we look to the 4 hours chart, so we can see that we created a new high here. We broke through this trend line, and here is the new demand created. So if the market drop lower, I will be interested to taking the long, and I will close it here on the top, because there is a supply zones which would create me obstacles. Of course, the trade could go much higher, but I will not hold it, or maybe I could just close the part of the trade here, so I can make the notes here. So let's do this. So I can close the part of it here, and then let it fly up, because this is probably something like 100 pips, I think. Yes, 100 pips. So this could go higher into the range. So let's see. This one looks pretty good, and I will be interested in taking this one. Dollar yen is bullish for me. It's already bullish, and however, what happened last week is that the market makers, they dropped their longs as well. They dropped the shorts, and the open interest is now negative. However, the market dynamics still tells me that this is already bullish market, and I already have 2 positions for the long, and if the market comes lower, I will be adding another one, because this one I still believe it can go much higher, as I expect the weak yen and the strong dollar. So I will be taking longs, and here I will be closing the part of the position, and if we go higher, I will still hold it. And there is as well the positive swap, so this could be very nice trade. Dollar franc, we have the uptrend, so we hit this supply zone, and I make the note here. So it this long, because this is the uptrend, as I said. So I could, if it comes lower, I will be taking the longs, but only if this area is broken, which was actually broken. So I can take this out, and this long is actually the valid, and the potential take profit could be again here, because still I have this consolidation, which could be strong one. So if the market comes lower, I will be taking the longs for the retest, because not often happen that the market just start to dropping like this. When after this this uptrend, what mostly happen is that the market will create the high, then we go lower, and again the high. So I will take this opportunity. If it will give me the opportunity, I will take this trade. USD CAD, this is this one I expect to go higher because of the weakness of the CAD. As well, we can see by the COT data, nothing extra happened. They just added 1000 longs and reduced a little bit shorts, which happened in this candle. It's a Friday, Thursday in this candle. So they added longs, reduced shorts, while the market is moving lower, and I have the pending order lower in this demand zone. And if we drop here, then I will be interested taking the longs, and there is as well the positive swap, so this trade could be very nice. And it just takes some time when it will drops, but when it happens, I'm interested in taking the longs. Aussie cat, we are now in the strong demand zone, as well as I pointed here. This is the bullish buying dip. Why I say that? Because when the market was dropping, the volume was rising, which means for me that the market makers are adding the long positions, and when they was adding the long positions, look what happened after that. Yeah, so the market is dropping now like that without any correction. So this is the overextended downtrend, and these demand zone could work. However, I have I pointed that I want to take a trade here, but I don't have this trade. I cancel it. I cancel this trade, and I expect the market comes into this demand zone. So if it will come here, I taking this long, but if it not, because this demand zone is still not broken and it comes higher, so I will be waiting to create some like nice bullish candles, and then on the correction I will be looking for the longs and to higher. And as well, here is the positive swap, if you of course trade with a good broker. If you don't have a positive swap on the Aussie CAD, just ping me and I will tell you which broker has it and good conditions for the trading. This is very important as well. So Aussie yen here, what I see here, after this downtrend we are seeing now the market is starting to consolidating, and it removed it's on the 4 hours, it removed this opposing supply area. So here was this this supply area opposing which was removed, and on the 4 hours chart here could be this nice trade. Sorry, the trend is here as well actually, because this is creating a high, and when it drops lower here to this supply zone, I will be taking the longs, and I close the part of the position here, and let's see what's gonna be happening here. However, I don't have a problem to hold the position because this one is as well with the positive swap. So I will hold the position into this 85 area, where I will close the positions in the take profit, because in this if I look the left, the structure leaves clue. So I see that this consolidation was the bears consolidation. How do I know that? Because if I look at it, I see the higher volume was traded here, higher than average. So there could be some obstacles to go higher, and they could move the market lower as again. So if the market comes here, there is my take profit. I will be closing the position. And if the market goes lower, I will not take a trade but for the short, but I will be looking for the longs again lower, because what happens mostly, the market needs to break the areas like this. It needs to come lower, accumulate more power, which will tell me about some volume. You see, as we see before, some of the buying dips, the volume, I will see the bullishness and read the market structure and the dynamics, and when it's all in the confluences creating demands, then I believe that it could break higher. But for now, I take it just like this. Aussie Kiwi, Aussie Kiwi. This chart is it doesn't tell me anything now, so I stay off. I have some trades which I had here, maybe like a potential ones, but I don't want to enter the trades like that. I think that it could, so this is this doesn't meet my rules for entering the trades and for my strategy. So I have it here as a potential trades if it meets the conditions, but I don't trade it. Guardian, on this one we had the amazing long, and where the market came now, so this long is not available anymore, because what happened actually this supply zone was removed. I'm sorry for that, and when they removed the supply zone, it was because of this demand zone was caused this move up, and it removed the supply zone. It came from here, and here is another one. So we have two nice supply zones again against these two nice demand zone against the supply zone. However, as I said, I expect the weak cat and the weekend, which could cause a lot of movements the sideways. But however, if the market comes higher in this into this zone where was this bearish selling pressure with higher volume, I will be interested to short it. But right now, it can come down or up. I believe it will come down now, but I'm not gonna short it yet. So let's see. I'm watching it closely, but not taking any action at the moment. Euro Aussie. I'm sorry, my computer, when I'm recording the video, my computer is a little bit slower, so sometimes it takes some time when I switch the charts, but however it could work. So Euro Aussie, we have the formed downtrend here, and but here we hit this demand zone, and the market is rallying up now, which I believe it will go up for a while. And why do I believe in this? Because if you remember well, we actually see that the euro is in the range and it's moving up now, and the Aussie, as I said, it will probably break lower. So when the Aussie is going lower and euro is going higher, euro Aussie will probably go up. However, if you look to the higher time frame chart, the euro Aussie is in the monthly monthly supply zone. Yeah, this red zone is the monthly supply zone, which is the pretty strong one, and not most of the time it's broken by just coming like this, you know. And what is happening here? Look, we just came up, then we going lower, and then probably we will come up. Yes, so I could actually take the long trade. That is actually the long trade, as we see, but it needs more confirmation because we have this demand zone tested. It's moving here as like some consolidation, so I need some more bullish signs. But however, there is not too much space up, so I will not take this trade. Yeah, and as I said, look at this. This is very similar. This is the I'm not trading any how to say, any formation, but look, this is pretty similar as on the GBP. Yeah, we're going up lower from the monthly supply zone, and look at the pound. We came up lower, and then going to retest it again. Yeah, so where was it? Euro Aussie, very similar situation. This is the some things which I found is repeating. Yes, we came up lower, and it is the long-term uptrend. You know, the market makers, they need to close their longs, but they need someone to sell it. They cannot close the positions as us. They just click the close or the buy. So the market comes up, they close some positions which cause the moving lower, and they need to close the longs again. So what they do? They will move price up again. And what happened here? As I write my notes here, there will be a lot of stop losses of the retail traders, liquidity, blah blah blah. If the markets come here, I will short, of course, because what they do, the retail traders, they see the move lower, so they take the shorts, and where they put stop losses here. Their behavior is very predictable, so the market makers just go up there to the stop losses. And what is it? When someone buy and someone sell, or the opposite of the stop loss, when you have a sell, so your opposite is the buy. So they need to move the price higher to close the longs and add more shorts, because they don't want to short here, they want to short up. So if they come up, I believe they will come much lower to test these zones, or maybe they will come, or probably in the long term they could come in even into this accumulation, because there is a lot of volume as well. There will be a lot of unfilled orders. So if the market comes up, I'm taking the short on the Euro Aussie, but for now I don't take any trade. Sometimes people ask me, why, when you say if it goes up, if you know that it will go up and you take the short, so why you don't take the long now? Why? Because it's not the high probability trade for me. So I'm waiting for when the market comes to area where I want to short it. I'm not taking the trade where I think that it could go, but I'm thinking like in the one step in the front, you know. So that's why. Eurocat, this is the trade which we had on my signals channel. We take this trade. This was something like almost 400 pips, I think, or something like that. Yes, 400 pips trade was a very good one. And why I took this trade is simple, because I saw this. Look, this is the similar. This is the similar pattern as we saw on the GBP and on the other pairs. Market came to the monthly supply, retest, go lower, then retest again, and then when I saw this nice break, of course this is on the daily, and you know, so you must go the lower time frame to see this potential trade. Yes, so I saw this break of the trend line, and then I was waiting for this retest of the supply zone, and there we entered, and we had a drawdown maybe 30-40 pips, and we took the 400 pips take profits. So like 1 to 10. Yeah, so this is the kind of the trades I'm looking for. So this was the trade, but what now? Now we came into this demand zone where I believe we could go higher, but again, this is the situation that I don't like this too much, you know, because this is already something what I know and what I trade. It happened, and now I'm in the situation that of course the market could go lower, it could go higher, and this is not what I like to. So I believe there is a high probability that it will come higher again, because most when they break the trend line, they come to retest it. So, but the retest actually already could be this one, yeah, because here is the break, and this could be the retest. So I don't know now. Now I need to see some more signs, but as I expect the weak euro and the weak cat, it could be more sideways, or it can go actually anywhere. So I stay off from this chart now for the moment. I don't. There is a lot of different opportunities, so I will not be trading this one. This is the same with the euro pound. This chart is just like nothing. It's going sideways. I hate. Look, I have here this. Don't take a trade. This is fucking range. This is exactly, you know, so I don't take the trade. Here's some potential trade, but I don't like this one, so I don't trade this one. Similar is with the euro yen. Euro yen, after this long uptrend and then this nice downtrend, we are in the consolidation, so not good for the trading now. I'm not gonna trade for a couple pips here. So, but I will be interested if the market comes higher, which could cause the yen weakness. However, the euro is weak as well. But if the yen is weaker than the euro, it could come higher, and then I could be interested to short it. But now it's in the middle of nowhere, so I don't take any trade. Euro franc, on this pair we have already 2 shorts. And to be honest, I don't know what to do. No, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think. This market is weird for me, this formation as well. But as I expect the euro franc, the dollar franc to drop, and the euro USD drop. So this should happen. And when this happened, when this trade happened and we won, then I'm stopping the trading euro franc, because I really don't like this pair. Look what was happening here for the past almost this was like from August. It's like 10 months in nowhere, you know, and this could be possibly the bearish accumulation, you know. So could go a lot of lower, but I don't like, somehow I don't have a good feeling for this chart. So when I close this trade, I will not trade it anymore. Euro kiwi, it's something similar. It's moving the sideways. Here's a lot of supply zone above, so potentially if the market comes higher, there could be potential to take the shorts, because there was the demand zone which was removed as well. The trend line was broken, so if the market comes higher we can take a shorts, but I will wait for the confirmation. Yeah, pound Aussie is nice one, and I see the potential big short here, because we are after this strong uptrend. We just came to the weekly supply zone, which is in the this Brexit area. Yeah, so I actually don't have to look for the high time frame. I just know it because I write it here and I know exactly where it is. So this area could be nice for the taking shots, and we are now retesting again, and I will wait where it will go, because as I said, I expect a strong Aussie and a weak pound, but the pound is now moving up and Aussie is weak, so this one could go a little bit higher. Let's see where exactly, and when I will see the more bearishness coming inside, I will be interested into shorting. Pound cat, we had this similar trade on this one. It was amazing, another something like 400 pips as well. So this trade is already done, and now what now? So now we can see this nice let's look here. So what we have on the pound cat. Okay, so I don't have, did I do it? Okay, so I don't have analysis of the pound cat here. However, what I see here, potential this downtrend could continue. However, here is a strong demand zone, and what I will see here, that we actually removed the, if I look for to the 4 hours chart, I will have to do some proper supply demand analysis. So if I look here, yeah, so I see the reaction, of the supply. So wait a second. So I see the reaction on this one. This one is not a new, the freshly created one, but it's a reaction on this one. So I have to correct this. This is wrong. And if so, what could happen here is the potential move up, retest of this trend line and this supply zone, and yeah, there is some nice volume. So if the market comes up here, it goes lower, but this is not clear scenario for me, and I will not take a trade on this one, because I expect a weak cat and weak pound, so I don't trade here, nothing. Pound yen is very similar. This is nothing tradable for me. I don't like this one. Pound kiwi, this is pretty nice one, because we have supply zone in the control. We already have a nice move downwards. We remove this opposing demand zone broken, so the retail traders are shorting. They've been shorting here hard because the market is moving. They think that they're missing the opportunity, and when they start to shorting, market is starting moving higher, and I believe it will come up to the supply zone and retest this trend line, where I will be interested taking the shorts and to take the opportunity of the weak pound and the strong kiwi. So the shorts higher when the bearishness confirmed. Kiwi cat, this is the situation where we have this consolidation, as we can see, and this is exactly what was happening here. Look at this, yeah, imagine that we don't see what is happening here. Yeah, so you have consolidation, then the market breaks higher. So what do people do? They start taking longs here, yes, because they see the break. When they start taking the longs, market, and where they put the stop losses. So imagine this is what is happening. Yes, so they entered longs here, for example. You enter the long here and you think the market will go higher, yes, because you see some consolidation, blah blah blah. But where you put stop loss? When you take a trade here, so basically you put your stop loss, normal people, they put it here, yes, below this consolidation. There is a lot of stop losses. Yeah, so what happened there? Yeah, look, they go up, they take longs, bam, they took these stop losses. Or maybe what they do, they see that the market is going lower, so what they do, they move the stop losses even lower. And then the market start move higher again, and then yeah, they see, oh yeah, it's moving up, so I add another position. They go up, and then bam, going for the rest of the stop losses. So what happened? When these stop losses are hit, it's actually creating new demand. Yes, so, and they took them, they just manipulated to the sides here, and they took them into this zone where are they interested in taking the longs. And I believe from now we can go higher, because we manipulate all these people were tricked, and a lot of positions was sold here and bought by the market makers, and when they get the liquidity, then they can go higher. So the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, strong kiwi, weak cat, potential go up, potential trade go up. But what I want to see first I want to see this candle will go higher, at least to break again, and then it will come back, and then I will go take a long. Or maybe I could how could we take it as well? This is what I'm doing by myself. I can't post this into the signals, because the signals, I don't want to be the trader or the person who's posting the signals, buy now, sell now. I'm doing just the planned trades, and we trading conservatively. But I personally sometimes do that. I open one position, the small position, and if it goes in the direction which I want, then I'm waiting for the corrections, and I'm adding the more bombs. Yes, so first I take a small bomb, and when it's going well, I add more bombs. And if this one doesn't go good, I close it with the small loss. Yes, but I never open the one big position at the first time. I'm adding more positions. This is much better to trade it this way, of course. So kiwi yen, what is here on this 4 hours chart? There is a potential trade, but I think we already missed this one, because there was actually no, it's probably still could go lower. So what we see here, we saw this daily downtrend which was broken. Now market is moving higher, and then if the market drops lower, if it drops lower into this demand zone, I will be interested taking in the longs. But here's the thing, here is still the supply zone, which is not taking me, letting us go higher. So taking the trade from this demand or this demand could be good, but we could target it just here. Or what we could do the two things. We can open, because I don't know if it will retrace so low. So what I can do is this one. I can add the position like this one for the small, with the small position and the bigger stop loss. I don't mind, to take this if I open very small position, and then I could add the another position, but the bigger one, which I could add the lower here, and this one I could hold even higher. Yeah, so this could be like you know, 200 pips. And my targets will be in this supply zone. This is where the shorting started, and where is a lot of positions. And why do I have this rectangle here? Because look at the volume. So I believe this area will be strong area of the bears, and it will not be easy to break it. So what could happen here is that if you look to the daily, that the market will probably drop lower here. Yeah, it will probably drop lower here, and then it could go higher. Yeah. So what is potentially creating here? So we can look at it this way. Maybe some people trade it. I don't trade it, but it sometimes it's forming. But what I think about all these formations like a head and shoulders, it's maybe working, maybe not. But the thing is that actually it's work when you see it. It's already late. But here is potential. Look, you can see the one shoulder. This is the head. Yeah, here's the second shoulder, and then when the third shoulder will be created here, then you can look, you know, for the potential trade up. So this is the thing. Yeah, so you can trade as well these things. It's easy, but you must know what is happening on the market, what is the behind the scene, what the market makers are trying to do. And the trick is to see the things before they actually happen, you know. So when the market will be here, then everybody see this head and shoulders. Yes, but you know, when everybody see it, it's already late. And of course it could go higher, yes, as well. How this works. So you see, okay, the third shoulder, I have it like 132 pips. So from here I actually should have 132 pips. Yes, so this potentially could go somewhere like something like this. Yeah, but personally I don't think these things works. However, someone doing it. So I wanted to point it that if you trade these things, you must learn to see it before it actually happened. You know, when is it already there and everybody see it, then it's most likely not gonna happen. So what we gonna have this week for the news? There will definitely be some news for the next week, but I actually didn't check it yet. So let's look at it. Let's look at this. So we're gonna have a Monday, we have a BOC, Bank of Canada, we have what is as well here, the Draghi could have the volatility, we have FOMC minutes. Okay, perfect. And then Thursday will be very nice. Thursday is BOJ, Bank of Japan, Kuroda speaking, ECB monetary policy meeting, and Carney will be as well for the pound. And Friday 13 nothing. So yeah. And what is the next week? I always checking the 2 weeks in the advance, because sometimes when this week yes, we have some euro, there will be some euro, there will be pound, yen as well for the dollar, the inflation data. So it's very nice for the manipulation. And if I look for the next week, okay, there is as well the Canadian. Yeah, okay. So why I'm looking for the 2 weeks is very important, because sometimes when you see some data and the next week more important data, you can expect that this week could be maybe not moving too much, you know. So yeah, so this is it for me. It's everything. And I wish you the nice rest of the weekend. And yeah, so happy trading, friends. Bye bye. Ow.